na sitarudi nyuma. Unajua kuna watu wanaongea maneno mingi.
Mnasema ni one term. Hataenda one term.
Siga chieta, Gachagua siga chieta. Alisema Kuria kama si muhimu.
Imejulikana sasa ni kati ya William Ruto na huyo Rigathi Gachagua.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want us to discuss about Honorable Moses Kuria's political future.
Blamed by who? By some of the aspirants. Bring them here. We didn't tell us to bring them be, okay? I don't perpetuate that as media. I'm tired of stupid media, okay? No. If someone accuses me, bring them here. Everything wrong that happens in this country is blamed on Moses Kuria. Fuck you.
Is Moses Kuria in government or in the opposition? Can Moses Kuria work with Rigathi Gachagua? Or Moses Kuria will aid William Ruto to regain the lost Mount Kenya region? What's your take? Tell me down in the comments. Is Moses Kuria in government or in the opposition? But before we go to that, Moses Kuria is a prominent leader in the Mount Kenya region. Moses Kuria is a former member of parliament, Gatundu South constituency to be exact, in Kiambu County. Moses Kuria was representing Uhuru Kenyatta in parliament when Uhuru was the president. But Moses Kuria rebelled and joined Uhuru Kenyatta's Deputy President then, William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya currently, and worked together to bring down Uhuru Kenyatta's puppet, as it was believed that Raila Amolo Odinga was going to do just like Uhuru Kenyatta, because Uhuru Kenyatta was fronting him in the Azimio coalition. Remember, Uhuru Kenyatta was the Azimio leader with Raila Amolo Odinga as the presidential candidate. Moses Kuria worked together with William Ruto and ensured that William Ruto secured the larger percentage of the votes in the Mount Kenya region, together with others, the likes of Rigathi Gachagua and Kimani Ichung'wah. Moses Kuria then tried to contest as a governor in Kiambu County and lost. He then joined William Ruto in cabinet. Later joined William Ruto in State House in the so-called the Council of Advisors. Kina David Ndii na wengine alikuwa hiyo department hiyo. And then he suddenly decided to resign. Do you think Moses Kuria just resigned voluntarily, or this is a plan with the president to try and undermine Rigathi Gachagua going forward to 2027? Moses Kuria is one of the politicians who has given some predictions and they have come to pass. Moses Kuria once told us that William Ruto was going to work with Raila Amolo Odinga either before the election or after the election. Have a look.
Can I make another prediction? It is my prediction, so you cannot take me to court.
Nabii, okay.
Huwezi kunipeleka kotini.
Another prediction.
Raila Odinga and William Ruto will work together
After the election.
na kuna watu wataachwa kwa mataa. And you know, Baba, hii kitu mnaita, yes, he's in opposition throughout his life, but look at, he's always where in the warm corner of the opposition. Sio ile iko na baridi. Sio ile iko na baridi. Government or where it's happening.
So you're predicting that Raila Odinga will work with William Ruto?
Yes. He has his hand at the pulse of the nation. So he knows that William Ruto has got an unassailable lead. So the logical thing for Baba will say, create for me some space. Nimaliza hii maisha yangu hapa uzee wangu. Kusaidia tu kama rafiki yako, tulifanya kazi pamoja. I give you some wisdom and I give you the ideas I had, you know. And
that is Moses Kuria. Way back before the 2022 general election, he predicted that Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto were going to work together either before the election or after the election. Before Moses Kuria resigned, Raila Odinga was working with William Ruto under the broad-based government. But there are some disturbing tweets Moses Kuria is tweeting of late, and they can give a prediction of what is in the mind of Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria is out to struggle Honorable Rigathi Gachagua in the Mount Kenya region, and definitely that will aid William Ruto in securing at least 30% of the votes in the Mount Kenya region. Whether they will get to that mark, it's none of my business. But I want us to get onto Moses Kuria's Twitter handle, commonly known as X. It's a verified account of the former Member of Parliament Gatudo South. The bio on that Twitter handle says, now we have an IEBC, there's going to be an election in August 2027. Maandamano ni kwa debe. Constitutionally, the IEBC must be in place 2 years prior to that election. And IEBC was constituted way before the August of 2025. Some of the Kuria was definitely telling us that we are going to have an election. Because kitambo alikuwa ametuambia hii makesi mingi tunapeleka kwa koti na opposition na William Ruto wanavutana hapa na pale. Tukifika August bila IEBC, the election was going to be postponed or pushed forward to maybe 2029 or 2028. But there are some recent tweets which I think Moses Kuria is trying to give a communication to the residents of the Mount Kenya region. The first tweet by Honorable Moses Kuria was published 8 hours ago, and the tweet says, yesterday in Bala Aden Bare Duale declared in broad daylight that 2027 will be like 2007. What comes into your mind when you hear of the year 2007? Definitely post-election violence. That's good. The bad and the ugly. I presume, are we really listening to ourselves? I call upon all leaders to play back their speeches every evening and do some soul searching, not because of ourselves, but because of our children. That's a message from Honorable Moses Kuria to Bare Aden Duale, currently the CS for Health. I want to play the speech by Honorable Aden Duale, then get into the second tweet by Honorable Moses Kuria. Have a look.
Sisi kama jamii ya wafugaji tutasimama na William Ruto, na kwa vile Ruto ameshikana na baba, tumerudi ile siasa ya 2007. Ile fumbi mtapata 2027, they will be shocked.
The speech by Aden Duale is not clearly sending the message as reported by Honorable Moses Kuria. Duale was trying to give a reflection of the Pentagon, Raila, Musalia Mudavadi, Joe Nyaga, Balala and the like, the Pentagon coalition, which was fronted in 2007 against Mwai Kibaki's PNU, whereby Kibaki is said to have rigged that election. So Moses Kuria believes that Raila working with William Ruto will bring a rebirth of the Pentagon and the whole republic rallying behind William Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga, or against the mountain. Moses Kuria is out to defend the residents and the people from the Mount Kenya region. And the second tweet clearly tells us why Moses Kuria resigned. Moses Kuria is out to project himself as the savior of the Mount Kenya region. Okay, this is a tweet. In the recent past, I have listened to a number of leaders allege that there is a community that thinks it's more superior than others. Pause. Which community do you think Moses Kuria is trying to mention? Your guess is as good as mine. Kikuyus. Let's go on. From Kamket to Mandago to Aden Duale in Balambala today. Kamket is a member of parliament from Baringo County. Yule mwenye alisema unajua kumanufacture president wa 24 years. Mandago, prominent leader from Uasin Gishu County, currently serving as senator after serving 2 terms as governor of that county. Duale, former CS wa defense, akaenda sahi yako health. But the guy is a close associate of the president. Some of us have unapologetically said no to returning this country to the politics of negative ethnicity. Equally, we will vehemently resist wholesale condemnation and collective punishment of an entire community. Moses Kuria is telling us that the mountain is getting punished because of Rigathi Gachagua. That is what I get from that message. Okay. If Mount Kenya people have eaten your goat, Kamket, Mandago, or Duale. Do let me know. I'll pay you back. Moses Kuria is telling us that I am ready to pay any debt owed to the people of the mountain for their safety. Do not drive our backs against the wall. A point of no return may lead to very unintended consequences. That is a message from Honorable Moses Kuria. From that tweet, it is very clear that William Ruto is the one who sent Moses Kuria to struggle Rigathi Gachagua in the Mount Kenya region. That is a supremacy battle between Rigathi Gachagua, Moses Kuria, Uhuru Kenyatta, DCP, Jubilee, chama cha kazi ama chama gani ya Moses Kuria. There's going to be, or William Ruto is going to sponsor a lot of chaos in the Mount Kenya region. And mind you, William Ruto getting close to 20-30% in the Mount Kenya region will be good, and he can get a re-election in the 2027 general election. Here are some tweets which are still sending some mixed signals whether Moses Kuria is actually working for William Ruto or Moses Kuria is out to try and join Rigathi Gachagua. There is a tweet dated 6 days ago. Today is 10th August 2025. We shall go to the next general election on 10th August 2027. If you find the following referendum questions, who would you vote? Moses Kuria posed a question and a poll. 4,916 votes. Those are the individuals who reacted to that tweet. And there were only two choices: real jobs via production and economic of adults. Who is doing real jobs via production? Nobody, but that is the rallying call of the Gen Zs. Who is doing economic of adults? Definitely Moses Kuria is trying to attack the empowerment program led by Honorable Kindiki, the Deputy President, sponsored by the President. That poll attracted like 5,000 votes. 86% did not support the economic of adults. From that point, you cannot clearly tell that Moses Kuria is working for William Ruto or ready to join the government. But I want to tell you the truth of this matter now without the tweets. I want to face you and tell you what is happening. Moses Kuria did not just resign. Moses Kuria alituma job. In fact, I'm sure he might be earning more than he was earning while he was in that post. Because struggling Rigathi Gachagua or gaining some traction in the Mount Kenya region will definitely aid William Ruto get a second term in 2027. A united Mount Kenya region is very, very dangerous to the president. Moses Kuria has only one mission. Try get 23% shift to your side. After his resignation, his first thing to do was try to edit his bio and his profile picture. Currently, we have Mwai Kibaki as a photo appearing in that Twitter handle, but initially it was the former President Uhuru Kenyatta in his CIC regalia, Commander-in-Chief, way before the 2020 election. So Moses Kuria is out to try and use Uhuru Kenyatta's influence and the Jubilee Party. Don't be fooled. Moses Kuria cannot join Rigathi Gachagua. That's a fact. Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua have been fighting way back even when Rigathi Gachagua was still the Deputy President. Moses Kuria's appointment to the cabinet had nothing to do with Rigathi Gachagua. He was just a close associate of the President. So Moses Kuria is out to try and undermine Rigathi Gachagua's influence in the Mount Kenya region. And that explains why Honorable Rigathi Gachagua had to cut short his US trip from 2 months to next week, Thursday. A lot of damage is happening and the opposition is asleep. Without Rigathi Gachagua, the opposition can't move. Rigathi Gachagua is the one making things move in the opposition. What's your take? Do you think I'm right? Moses Kuria is actually working for William Ruto, and in collaboration with Uhuru Kenyatta and other parties to make sure that William Ruto secures at least 20 to 30% from the Mount Kenya region. And going to 2027, Moses Kuria will be appointed in the next cabinet if William Ruto secures a second term. Express your opinion in the comments. Give the video a like and remember to subscribe. Thank you for always tuning in. Road to 10,000 subscribers.